The Boston Celtics are currently sitting in first place in the Eastern Conference. However, teams like the Bucks, 76ers, and even the Cavaliers are right behind us, fighting for the number one seed. Now, throughout the trade deadline, there's been a lot of rumblings and a lot of rumors about who the Celtics are trying to acquire by Thursday's deadline. We've heard a couple of names like Mason Plumlee, Kelly Olynyk, and even Jakob Poeltl of the San Antonio Spurs. However, we just got very interesting news today talking about Jae'Sean Tate and how the Celtics are very interested in acquiring him from the Houston Rockets. In this video, I'll be breaking down how the addition of Jae'Sean Tate could actually be a massive pickup for Boston. But before we jump into today's video, let me know in the comment section who is your number one player you want the Celtics to trade for. Also, subscribe and hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm for me real quick, guys. But without any further ado, let's get right into the video. So, for those of you who don't know who Jae'Sean Tate is, he started off his career overseas. I think he played in like Belgium and somewhere else. But in 2020 is when he ventured into the NBA, playing for the Houston Rockets. He spent pretty much his whole career thus far in Houston, and he was actually a big contributor in 2020, 2021, and even a little bit even in 2022, but mostly in 2020, 2021. He was playing with James Harden and Chris Paul when they went to the Western Conference Finals, and he even started in 77 of 78 games for the Houston Rockets that season. Jae'Sean Tate has had a ton of experience so far in his career and knows what it takes to make a deep playoff run, and that's one of the big reasons why I think he would be a perfect fit here in Boston, just because he knows what it takes. He's a hustle player. He can get big rebounds, but also, let's move on to what type of player he is. So, Jae'Sean Tate is 27 years old currently. He's a 6'5" wing who is a very reliable wing player. That's how I would describe a guy like Jae'Sean Tate. Now, the Houston Rockets have pretty much gone full rebuild mode, trying to develop Jabari Smith and Jalen Green and a bunch of young other guys. So Jae'Sean Tate has been pretty much cut of all of his important minutes. So this is why they kind of want to trade him. This season so far, he's only averaging about 20 minutes a night compared to his first year where he played a solid 30 minutes a game. The biggest thing that Jae'Sean Tate would bring to the Celtics is his elite defense. Now, guys, as we all know as basketball fans, you can never have too many good defenders. Last season, the Celtics had the best defense in the entire NBA. So far this year, it hasn't really been the best compared to last year. We did have the best defense in the NBA. This year, it's, not the greatest, but it's still top 10. Last season, Jae'Sean Tate ranked number 7, guys, number 7 in all of small forwards in defensive rating per game, which means when he plays, he's one of the best defending wings on the court at all times. He's also known as a very good hustle player, kind of like Marcus Smart. He gets clutch rebounds. He gets tough buckets in the paint. But his biggest knock, and I know you guys are going to be a little bit worried about this one, but his biggest knock is his three-point shooting ability. And I know you guys are probably thinking, we're the Celtics. We shoot the most threes per game. Like, we don't have a game where we don't shoot a ton of threes, and Jae'Sean Tate's going to come in here and not be a reliable shooter from the corner or, from behind the arc. He's not going to be reliable. But the reason I think the Celtics are trying to acquire a guy like him is just because of that defense. Although I agree that the three-point capabilities might lead to a lot of bad things for the Celtics in the future, I do think that the three-point ability, his three-point shot, is something that can be developed in the future. As we know, the Celtics do a very good job at showing players how to shoot the ball correctly. I mean, when you look at Jaylen Brown's development shooting the ball, Jason Tatum, Grant Williams, Peyton Pritchard has developed a little bit. Al Horford's been better since he's been in Boston. We like to develop a lot of guys, especially from shooting threes, and we have guys here that are very good. Danilo Gallinari can show him or teach him how to three, or mentor. We have a bunch of mentors: Tatum, Jalen, Jason, Gallinari. These guys can help him shoot the ball. Even Marcus Smart has improved a little bit in his three-point shooting ability. So I do think that, yes, it is a problem right now, but it's something he can develop in the future. Now, so far in Jae'Sean Tate's career, he is averaging 11.2 points a game, 5.2 rebounds, and also 2.7 assists, as well as 1 steal a game. He also shoots about 50% from the floor over his career due to his ability to cut to the basket at perfect times. And guys, I think this would absolutely be amazing to pair him up with Marcus Smart, who's actually been one of the best playmakers, or not one of the best playmaker on the Celtics this season. He's averaging close to, while only turning it over about 2 times a game. So Marcus Smart has been incredible finding open teammates, and I think the cutting ability of Jae'Sean Tate, his ability to get to the hoop and draw contact and finish at the rim, will be absolutely amazing. You pair that up with his elite defense. Like I said before, he's the number 7 in the NBA last season in defensive rating for small forwards. I mean, that's incredible. Now his three-point shot does sit at 31%, which is not good at all. Like, you guys will probably look at that stat alone and be like, okay, we could probably find someone elsewhere in the NBA that can come out and stretch the floor a little bit better than that. But I do think, unlike a lot of other players in the NBA, Jae'Sean Tate has a fascination with playing good defense, and that's probably what makes him the most valuable right now. Now, in terms of what we would have to give up, we're probably looking at something along the lines of Peyton Pritchard, Justin Jackson, and probably, or most likely, an unprotected first-round pick in there as well. I'm not sure what year it would be, probably this year, maybe next year, or maybe a few years down the line. I'm not too sure. But if I was the Celtics, I would give it up this year. Obviously, we don't know what the future is going to be like with maybe Jaylen Brown leaving, maybe Jason Tatum want to leave. We don't really know what the future is. Obviously, we sit here right now today and expect them to be here their whole careers, but we really don't know what the case is going to be in 3, 4, 5 years from now. So I would give up a first-round pick this year. And I don't think we're going to need it. Listen, we're the best team in the Eastern Conference right now. Giving up a first-round pick this year, it's probably going to be, anywhere from 27 to 30. We don't need that. We don't need another young guy who can, we have to wait to develop. I'd rather have a guy like Jae'Sean Tate, who's already pretty much developed. He's an elite defender. He can cut to the basket. He's a hustle player. He does whatever it takes to win a basketball game. And he also is, he's been to the deep, on a deep playoff run before, so he knows what it takes. So in my opinion, I think the addition of Jae'Sean Tate would be pretty good, but I don't think it would be my first option. I love his ability to play defense, but I think his three-point shooting could hurt us at times. But this is where I want you guys to let me know in the comment section if you think giving up a guy like Peyton Pritchard is worth it if we get Jae'Sean Tate in return. If not, let me know in the comment section who should the Celtics target, or who would you target if you were the GM of the Celtics right now. I've heard names like Mason Plumlee, Kelly Olynyk, Jakob Poeltl, Mo Bamba, Terrence Ross, Gary Harris. I've heard a bunch of those names, so let me know who you would want to get, or let me know a different name. Eric Gordon, Joe Ingles, who we're probably not going to get. But there's guys, Bogdanovich. There's a bunch of guys out there that we could possibly be interested in. Let me know who you would go out there and get. Subscribe, smash that like button, join the family. We're going to be covering the Boston Celtics all year long, so turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we drop a video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.